Good morning and welcome to Season A Weather Platform where we speak truth to power. The song says, how long? How long we're not going to suffer? How long? Please, as you're watching, subscribe to Season A Weather Platform where we speak truth to power. We'll be coming back shortly with a longer video. But right now, I want you to look at the people who are in the vested interest group, who are really hurting Nigeria. And if they're not going to let it work, we're even more justified to go for self-determination because they're the ones harming the nation. Have a listen to this discussion by Bukola and Maokwe and Babatunde Makinde. I think it is on the Channels News just earlier today. Listen.
In this country would be, in the area of crude oil theft. Time and again, we have heard how experts and even, some former government officials have accused corporations, the NNPCL, for instance. We had the former Minister of Aviation on the program saying, way back in time in 2009, the report that they produced indicted the NNPCL of benefiting from crude oil theft. Multinationals, too, have been fingered in crude oil theft. Will the funds stolen from this country be repatriated such that we can have meaningful development?
Exactly. Will the funds stolen be repatriated? Is President Tinubu prepared to do that? These are difficult questions, but these are questions that we are posing. The vested interests, NNPC, for example, there is a conflict of interest. I've said it before, between what Mele Kyari, what Mele Kyari is doing. He's supposed to be the one overseeing the oil refinery so that it's functioning, but the same person who is also importing oil. So that means that now his focus is ensuring that they can import more oil and ensure that our own refineries don't work. Now, how does that improve Nigeria? How does somebody who's supposed to be working for the people, ensuring that they benefit from the oil in their land and they're working for the nation, focus the energy all entirely on refinery and importing oil, knowing fully well that the more money we spend on that, the less money we have for improving the lives of these people, and yet they're telling us that we're one country, we're one nation, we should believe in one Nigeria. That is a vested interest right there. But let's carry on.
Will those vested interests be brought to book? Can the administration make an example, of an individual or corporation that has been involved one way or the other in crude oil theft? The National Assembly has been in the forefront of, investigating since as far back as 2016 crude oil theft. Where are the results?
Exactly.
So area,
this is it. This is the real questions here. These are the real questions.
It's like
so Makinde, Babatunde is going to come in, I think.
Because I was going to, clamp down on step up on what Marco was saying about crude oil theft as well. Vested interests in various sectors of the Nigerian economy. When the president was speaking about security, he spoke about a number of things, Medicare, security, and all of those things. And Nigeria would do everything to rescue Nigeria from vested interests. And as you said, yes, there have been quite a number of investigations here and there, indictments here and there. So in rescuing these people from vested interests, how do we know that other vested interests will not come if there is no penance? Who is going to raise the issues? Who is going to call out these people? I think it was Said Okubo that indicted the military. Particularly, he indicted the Navy. And all we heard from the Navy was, he should bring out names and all those things. Well, those who are looking at it will say, if you guys know that he's not telling the truth, why is he not being arrested? So, is there any iota of truth in what Said Okubo was saying? If so, is it part of what the president is going to take on? If it is not, who are these vested interests that are not?
Who are they?
To people.
Who are the vested interests?
I know. Chamberlain, you and all of us here may also be able to confirm. Whenever I want to talk about vested interests, in most cases, people don't want to talk about crude oil theft. In most cases, people don't want to talk about it for fear of one.
This is exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying it pointedly. Mele Kyari has questions to answer. There is a conflict of interest in his role. He cannot be the CEO for NNPC, but the focus of the NNPC is the importation of oil. When you import oil, you hurt the economy. When you import processed oil, you simply hurt the economy. When you process the oil in your own refineries, by the way, there is no country in the world other than Nigeria. The only country in the world without functioning refinery as we speak right now is Nigeria. All the countries around the world, even the ones that haven't got oil, like the UK, I mean, they got some oil, but okay. All of the major oil producers, they all have functioning refineries. It is crazy to even allow this to continue one more day. And that is why I keep advocating for active participation of the people. See on my shirt, I say Yoruba Nation. I want Yoruba Nation because Nigeria is not working. Until you get these refineries working, nothing is going to work. It is not going to function. Until we confront those vested interests head on and make examples of them, nothing will work. Nothing will change. That's why I'm keep saying, how long? How long una go to suffer? How long una go to suffer? Let's listen on.
Retribution on them or the other, especially those in the sector. So
exactly.
Who are these vested interests?
Who are they?
How powerful are they indeed? Is the president going to make an example? Bring up some.
We wait to see that because the people, the vested interests are right there in the APC. They are in government and within the APC. Now we wait to see if President Tinubu is bold enough to confront the vested interest for the benefit of the public at large. We wait to see that.
Names? Well, we looked up the name of that company that was said to own the crude oil, the ship that was recently destroyed. It came up with a company that was,
it doesn't make any sense in burning. This is a waste. It's a waste. There are much better ways to do things than just burning. They've done that burning. That has not stopped the continued looting of oil, processed of our oil, to now process it and bring it back in, or whatever it is that they're doing with it. The fact of the matter is that if our refineries are functioning, there will be no loopholes for and all of the terminals are metered. 16 terminals out of the 36 are not metered as we speak. These are the real issues. 500 billion naira for palliative is not going to solve this issue. With the fundamental issue remains fixing those refineries so that we can process our own oil to drop the price of oil for the common man. That's what we're saying.
Registered in 2009, and from like 2012 or thereabout, no one heard anything about it anymore.
You see?
So it is an institutional question. Who owns that? And several others that have happened before now. Recently, the military also, I think it was, that went into the Niger Delta and the creeks and destroyed a number of illegal refineries.
Yeah, all that is all for show. It's all for show. They are all part of the same clique. And until this thing is dismantled and we make sure that our refineries are functioning and protected by the same military, by military this time, to protect our refineries from being sabotaged by those the vested interests who are exporting oil and taking money from the nation. They are not patriots, if that's what you want to call them. If you want to say they are patriots, they're not. Their actions prove they are not. They are for their own pockets. And that's why we're saying, if it's not going to function, let everybody go their own separate way.
Who owns them? A number of people.
Look at this. Look at how the oil is pouring out. Because somebody somewhere is going to go there and tap that oil and make money from it, because they are in government and they have the power to do so with nobody holding them to account.
Countless times that crude oil theft is not something for the lily-livered. It's not something for those who pick scraps beside the road. It's for people who have means and knowledge. So, is the president going to call out these people, make an example of them indeed, so that generations after he has left office, we won't hear of those things anymore? Until then, who are these vested interests? I guess we wait.
Exactly. Who are these vested interests? And here's what I want us to do. The question was, like I'm saying, I've got a name, I've got a picture of the man here, and I'm going to put it up because just for the sake of the discussion we were having this morning, I think it is really important to actually talk about that. For me, the question is this person here. That's my take on it. vested interest within the APC and the federal government. Mele Kyari has questions to answer. That's me. I firmly believe he has questions to answer. Citizens, your daily active participation in your governance is the light that will drastically curtail corruption. When we're all involved in monitoring the actions of our governance and participating in our governance, we become like a light on the governance, and they cannot carry on with this corruption. Because the longer we remain silent and not participate in our governance, the longer it will take for us to get the roads, the water, the light, the schools, the hospitals we need within our community. Because the money will be looted by the likes of the people you see on the screen. This man here should be answering questions. Why is it he's the man heading he's heading NNPC, a private company? He says now, but he was a government up until July last year. It was a government company which he was still heading. Where's all those funds at that time? And even as we speak, if your focus should be on maximizing the profit for the nation, ensuring that our refineries are working. Every time you go and import processed oil, you are taking away revenue from our nation. It's time we woke up. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to the power. Leave a comment. Let's hear from you. Please, above all, I'd like you to go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY. Give us a notification. Give us subscribe. Hit notification button, and of course, share the broadcast. Let us reach as many people as possible. We are just about 2,600 now, 500, and we're trying to get to 261. So we don't want to get to 3,000 subscribers. Please, with your help, we know it is certainly achievable. So please, we're thankful for those of you who have subscribed thus far, and what we'd like you to do is help us to reach more people. Like I said, we are 2,600 subscribers. Our target right now is to reach 3,000. Help us to reach that target by sharing the broadcast, telling friends and family to subscribe to Citizen AY to grow the platform. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Don't forget, subscribe, hit notification button, and of course give us a thumbs up. So subscribe, hit notification button, and of course give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people. Thank you for watching. You've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Leave your thoughts. Let's hear from you. What are your thoughts on what you've just seen? You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you and bye for now.